school day your child lives every day was designed more than 150 years ago for a world that no longer exists. Rows of desks, an educator at the front, a bell every hour, moving everyone on whether they're ready or not. It was a brilliant solution for the 19th century. Now, picture something built as carefully as your child's favourite story, with a clear beginning, a satisfying middle, and an ending that makes them want to come back tomorrow. That's what we've set out to design at Inspired Edge Academy. Hi, I'm Adam Webster. I'm Director of the Edge Learning Programme. I'm going to talk to you about why we have 2 rooms set aside for each class, not just one. At Edge, the day has 2 very different jobs to do. The morning is for mastery, focused, accelerated work on the core academics. English, languages, mathematics, science, and computing. Afternoons are for something quite different, hands-on, real-world projects that build the skills exams alone never test. Put simply, mornings build mastery, afternoons ignite passion. And here's the thing, you can't do both of those jobs well in the same room. A space tuned for deep, quiet concentration is the wrong space for a buzzing, collaborative, slightly messy engineering project. And a space built for making and movement is the wrong space for a child learning to read. Most schools try to do everything in one room, and the room ends up doing nothing especially well. We made a different choice. We designed 2 distinct spaces, each one engineered around the kind of learning it has to hold, the learning studio and the project studio. Let me take you into each one and explain not just what they look like, but why every choice was made. So, the learning studio is where the morning lives. For 3 focused hours, children work on the core academics at exactly the right level for them. And this is where our adaptive AI-enhanced learning model happens. Now, I know that for some parents, the words AI and primary school in the same sentence raise an eyebrow. So let me be clear about what it actually means. The adaptive platforms work alongside your child, watching how they answer, spotting the exact moment a gap starts to open, and adjusting the next question so they're always working at the edge of what they can do. Never bored, but never lost. And the evidence behind this is really striking. Children learning this way make diagnostic progress up to 3 times faster than in a traditional whole class lesson. But it's also important to understand that the technology is never the educator. At Edge, the AI does the things computers are good at, which is patient, instant, personalized practice and real-time insight into where each child is. That frees the human educator to do the things only a person can do, to mentor, to challenge, to notice the child who's quietly struggling, to sit with a small group and teach the tricky things properly. The technology amplifies the educator. It absolutely never replaces them. So why does this room look and feel the way it does? Well, because every choice serves that focused morning. We designed for calm, especially for the youngest children and for those who find concentration hard. And the research here is really clear. The things that most improve young children's learning in these scenarios aren't flashy things. They're natural light and fresh air, a comfortable temperature, great acoustics, good enough that a 6-year-old learning to read can actually hear themselves think. The room is organised into clear zones, each doing one job well. A quiet focus zone for independent work on devices. Small, partly enclosed intervention space where an educator can work with a handful of children and be heard clearly. A daylit reading nook with soft seating, which doubles as a calm retreat for any child who just needs a quiet moment. And a flexible whole class area that clears for the times that the group comes together. And then we come to the project studio. So this is in the afternoon. It has a complete change of gear. So if the morning is about mastery, the afternoon is all about passion. It's where children take everything they're building and put it to work on real, hands-on, interdisciplinary projects. A single project might pull in science, art, maths, geography, and communication all at once, because real problems don't respect subject boundaries. This is where children develop what we call the EDGE skills wheel. 9 essential skills we believe every child needs to thrive in a world we can't yet predict. These aren't soft extras. They're the capabilities that turn a knowledgeable child into a capable one. And you can't learn them from a worksheet. They only grow through doing, which is exactly what this room is built for. Each project culminates in something real, like an exhibition or a showcase, a presentation to a genuine audience, because work that's shared publicly is work that really sticks. So this room is really the opposite of the first, completely by design. Two well-designed rooms don't make a great school on their own. What runs through both and holds the whole thing together is the human relationship at the center of it. It's easy to talk a lot about technology, but the truth is that the most important thing in either room is the adult who knows your child. Every child at Edge Academy will be seen and understood. They will have an educator who understands their strengths, their interests, their wobbles, who has regular coaching conversations with them, and who makes sure they feel known and valued. Well-being isn't an add-on. Mindfulness and emotional intelligence are woven into the daily rhythm. And we keep cohorts small so friendships run deep and no child disappears into the crowd. When school fits the child like this, something shifts. Curiosity replaces pressure, confidence replaces hesitation, and children genuinely come to love being there. And underneath all of it sits something reassuring for any parent weighing up a brand new school. Inspired Edge Academy is part of the Inspired Education Group, which already educates more than 95,000 students across 125 schools in 30 countries. It's bold, but it is absolutely not untested. So I thought it would be nice to walk you through very briefly a day in the life of a student at Edge Academy. Let's imagine she arrives in the morning and starts not with a worksheet, but with her educator, a short check-in that sets her up for the day, an assembly delivered by some of her peers about an issue that's been discussed in form time. Then they're into the learning studio for 3 hours of mastery. And then after lunch, which includes attending the Eco Warrior Club she helped set up, the gear changes completely. She crosses into the project studio for the afternoon, where she and her team are several weeks into a project that really matters to them. Maybe they're building a working model, a piece of digital design, a small enterprise to pitch. She isn't repeating this morning's maths. She's drawing everything she knows and, just as importantly, building the skills on that wheel, problem solving, communicating, and persisting when it gets hard. By the end of the day, she has mastered something and made something. She has absolutely covered the national curriculum, but also so much more. So we have 2 rooms, 2 modes, one child who can't wait to come back tomorrow. So here's what I'd love for you to take away from this. When you look at any school, including ours, look past the displays and the furniture and ask one simple question. Does the space match the learning? Is there somewhere genuinely calm for focused work and somewhere genuinely alive for creating? Does it feel designed on purpose around how children actually learn and how they feel? And is there at the center of it an adult who truly knows your child? At Inspired Edge Academy, that's exactly what we've set out to build. The space isn't the backdrop to that vision. The space is the vision made real.